This is our 51 Pontiac Chieftain. So this video will cover a couple different things. First off, there will be a very slow-paced walk-around of the car, and then following that, there will be a second walk-around where I will show close-ups of all of the cosmetic blemishes. So we purchased the car out of Michigan, where it had been for the last few years, but the car was originally delivered to Albany, New York, to a locomotive engineer, and it remained in his possession for a number of years. We know that in the 90s the car was relocated to Connecticut, and the car will come with a good bit of documentation. You'll see in the photos, but there is the original manuals, quite a bit of good stuff, you know, booklets, trophies from local shows, and there's actually the original manual is framed. It's got this sun visor. It's a very clean car though. Really no dings or dents or anything like that on the body. Nothing significant for paint blemishes. You'll see the couple little chips that there are later in this video. But the car was painted and the bodywork was done here in Chicago in 2006. Done to a very high standard. The car will come with a receipt for the paint and bodywork, as well as a number of service receipts from a pretty thorough mechanical going through in 2004. The chrome is all extremely nice. The trim pieces are all intact. The light lenses are in great shape. Dark blue roof. It's not a blemish, that's a reflection of a plane in the sky. The colors are just great. It is the correct original colors. Starmist blue. Wheels and tires are in really nice shape. The polished hubcaps are free of any damage. The tires are from 2002, so they're a little older than we'd like, but they are in really nice shape. And again, you can just see that all these chrome pieces, all the trim pieces are like new. So here are all the blemishes on the car. We more often than not see these, these emblems all cracked up, and this one looks really good. See the mirror-like chrome there, fog lights are all clear. There's just a couple little scratches, little blemishes down on the underside of the front bumper chrome. Very minor. You can see there's a very light scratch there next to the antenna. Barely noticeable. Tiny little bits of chipping down under the door. And then you can see the corner of the skirt here. The chrome trim is really nice. That's usually where we see these cars rust up and bubble and get ugly, but this one is extremely dry and clean. There is, above the exhaust pipe, there's a slight burn mark on the chrome, which is covered up by a chrome-like sticker. Small spot, but it is there. Tiny little spots on this car. Very much show-worthy. Again, nice and dry with no bubbling or anything ugly like that down by the skirts. You can see a few touched-up chips here on the passenger front fender where it meets the hood. But overall, definitely nothing glaring. Interior is very nice. The radio is functional. It's an AM radio. The analog clock in the center of the dash is not functional. The odometer does work. It reads 46,000 and change. We think it is probably more than likely correct original mileage, as this car retains its original drivetrain, and that would be pretty uncommon for a car of this era to go, nearly 150,000 miles without a drivetrain swap. Seats were reupholstered in the correct material, body colored in gray stripes.